Get ready to dive into a world where empires stand on the brink of war and terrible monsters tear at the fragile borderlands of men. The Adventurer-Conqueror King System Imperial Imprint, or as we like to call it, Acts 2, is now live on Kickstarter. Acts 2 is the new edition of the acclaimed best-selling fantasy role-playing game. You'll find everything you need to enjoy epic fantasy campaigns with a sweeping scope. Whether you want to crawl through dungeons, experiment with alchemy, crossbreed monsters, run a merchant emporium, raise an undead legion, or even conquer an empire, Acts 2 supports your playstyle. Acts 2 integrates experience point mechanics, making campaign activities a seamless part of the core gameplay loop. Your character levels up in new and exciting ways each time you play, adding massive replayability to each of your adventures. Acts 2 offers 18 character classes, 378 spells, new combat mechanics, and so much more. Support Acts 2 on Kickstarter today.
Somewhere in between, round the table with your friends, playing Dungeons and Dragons, and if life ever knocks you down, your dice will surely turn around. Roll your stats, it's time to quest, let's put your characters to the test.
Hello, and welcome to Knocked Prone, a podcast of high crits, small fits, and varying wits. My name is Cade, and I am the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and we are joined here by a lovely guest today.
Hi, I'm Bella Morgan, also known as Halsey Bella, and I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. And we'll describe your character when we get to that point, if that's cool.
Sounds good.
And then continuing.
Mason playing Lakir.
Brooklyn playing Litzy.
Danny playing Tess.
Caden playing Blink.
All right. As last we left our adventurers, they ventured into the labyrinth outside of Fort Outcast, and they are traveling to Fort Outcast to find time anchors which would allow them to enter into the Feywild. Or you exit this labyrinth. A bright light comes and hits your face, and you see this valley. To the right of you, there's this enormous volcano. There's no smoke or anything coming out of it. It looks pretty dormant. It looks just like a hill, but volcano-ish. To the left of you, you see a vast ocean, and tucked between the ocean and a mountainscape is this fort. Now, this fort has huge 30 feet tall walls with ox carved into them. So each wall is slightly further up, and it looks like there are 3 rings to the city. And as you guys exit, you hear this bing that goes over the doorway that you just exited. And when you hear the bing, there is a large group of people who exit Fort Outcast and start applauding.
Well, honestly, it looks a bit different than I was expecting, but it's a warm welcome, which I'm not opposed to. Shall we go down and meet them?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start trekking along. The leader walks forward. He's wearing these long, billowing tan robes. And you've never really seen a creature like him before. He's green in the face. He has 2 tusks jutting out of his mouth. And he introduces himself. Hello, my name is Grogmar. It's nice to see new faces here in Fort Outcast.
It's wonderful to be here. My name is Lakir.
My name is Litzy.
My name is Tess, and this is my big boy, and Tim, my grasshopper. And I show him the panda and my little grasshopper.
Awesome.
And I'm Blink.
Oh, Blink. I haven't seen we haven't seen a Dragonborn in years. Well, and your face. I recognize you. How do I know you?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I honestly have never seen a creature like you before. However, you do remind me of some of the descriptions of the creatures before one of the first purges in the city.
Oh, yes, that's me. I was the first, actually. And I came here and I started the fort.
Interesting. Do I recall... Did we see his book?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll say, well, you said Grogmar.
Grogmar, yes.
I think I've read your book, actually. Great Grumbopolis keeps books on all of its inhabitants, and
Right.
it basically tells them their stories, and I read yours, found out you were in an area called the Forgotten.
Yes, well, many of us here know exactly what you're talking about, as we were banished by the, Do you know a man named Amalek?
Never heard of him.
I audibly laugh.
As you laugh, he says, well, maybe the Minotaur never makes mistakes, and he was the one who let you into the city. So, I guess you have no ill intent. I don't know. You must be. Go ahead and roll me deception check.
I'll just be eyeing him the whole time.
You don't know. Yeah.
A 6.
Oh, he looks at you and he sees your long blonde hair and maybe something of a resemblance of your family in your robes.
Amalek. I must have misheard you. I apologize. Yes, actually, we're here seeking reinforcements against him.
Oh, well, as he's pondering whether to let you in or not, you hear a voice amongst the crowd, and a dwarven girl walks forward in your defense. And go ahead and describe your character.
My character has brown hair and a ruddy complexion, and she's short because she's a dwarf, and she has a thick dwarven accent that I won't be using because I am unable to do that.
Beautiful.
Love it. And then what is your character's name?
My character's name is Lillith Flamepike.
Okay, awesome. And what class are you playing?
I am a champion fighter.
Awesome. Okay.
That's my favorite
Yes,
class
that's
of
Mason's
fighter.
favorite
I
class.
love that. Okay.
Okay, so you walk forward.
Hey, this guy's not doing anything wrong. You're fine. You're fine.
Yes, as she says, I'm an outcast as well.
Yeah,
I've had
as I say.
as much right to be here as you do.
Yeah.
Uncertain the entire time.
Me too.
Well, he looks down at you and he's like, well, Lilith, you've been a friend of mine, and, well, if you say so.
I gotta stick up for the little guy, you know?
He chortles a little bit as he thinks that, yeah. And then he hands each of you a pass. It's a little, stone pass, and it says Tier 1 on it. And he explains, well, this will get you into the first tier of the city. In order to reach the second and third tier, you will have to prove yourself worthy of the city and that you are worthy of going into those selected tiers.
Have I already done that?
Yes, you have a all access pass
I'm
to
worthy,
the city.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You
go
were,
on.
You
No,
were
you're
born
not.
in the city, so I mean you're good.
And what are on those higher tiers, if I may ask?
Oh, well, the first tier is where most of the people who are accepted here are. The second tier is like a higher class, and the third tier is, well, that's where we keep our temples and precious artifacts.
Interesting.
Why are you asking?
Well, actually, you mentioned temples. Let's see, may I see your bag again?
Yes, of course.
I'll take out the religious symbols and the things like that, and you say, excuse me, are any of these yours?
I have only seen those once. I believe those are the symbols of the evil gods of Great Grumbopolis.
Oh, I see. Sorry,
We just picked them up somewhere randomly. We don't
I
have any
regret sticking
association.
up for the little guy now.
we absconded with these from Great Grumbopolis during our escape. We are just trying to find their rightful owners or see if they can lead us on a path. Thank you for your information.
You're welcome.
I am curious to know if there's perhaps any time anchors available for purchase anywhere in the fort.
Oh, there are time anchors. They're only given to the highest tier of people, seeing that they are an expensive commodity and we wouldn't just give it out to anybody.
Of course, naturally.
Well, we are eager to prove ourselves. What can we do to raise our status?
Oh, well, if you'd like to be fast-tracked from Tier 1 to Tier 2, there is the arena where you could play a game called Dragon Dash. And then the crowd behind him cheers and is so excited that they have new challengers.
Lilith cheers too.
Is this a physically extraneous activity?
It's just running away or fighting of dragons.
I'm really good at it.
We're a little rough at the moment, but if we wanted to take a small rest and then... I'm a little rough at the moment, I should say. If we want to take a small rest, then I would be 100% willing.
I'm not sure how I feel about this game.
Ah, come on, you'll do great.
You said we're going to be fighting dragons?
Oh, my mistake. It is to pay homage to our founders of the Dragonborn. They are mechanical dragons.
Okay, I guess that's acceptable.
Yes, it would be a costly endeavor that we haven't spotted dragons in many years.
Besides, your lineage may give you a distinct advantage.
It's a little bit barbaric, but that would be really good. Are we able to work together?
You would solely work together. It is somewhat of a three-legged race where you'd be tied with a partner. It is teams of 6. You would face off against another team of 6, and I could explain the rules of Dragon Dash. I think you'd be better suited as one to talk to one of the people who've experienced. Lilith actually has experienced it, but I don't know if she'd be the best person to talk to. Maybe we'll talk to the referee.
I think they can just learn on the job.
That's true. I mean...
that kind of has been the theme for us, if I'm being honest.
True. I do work best under pressure as well.
Although my friend Tim here and my panda are very tired, so maybe we should
We should
take
certainly
a rest.
take a
Who's
rest.
Tim is my friend here, and it's a little grasshopper.
Oh.
And
I don't
he's
think he can play.
green.
Your panda would very well be able to play. I mean, animal companions and wild shapes are fully up for grabs. Spells are...
Does that complete our team, then?
Oh, of course, yes.
With
yes,
the panda?
Oh, yeah. If somebody was to tie up their subs to the panda...
I want to tie my subs to a panda. I'm already tying it. We haven't even started playing, but my legs are now bound to a panda's.
Great.
Well, yes, let's go meet with the referee. We can have a bit of some rations, take a little bit of a rest, and then start this game.
Yep. You guys can take a short rest in the city. I mean, it's really easy too. There's no danger. But as you walk into the first part of the first tier of the city, through the bowl gates that open, you see it's kind of... There's lots of thievery going on. There's people who are stealing from other people. It's lots of the places and the buildings are very run down, and it seems that there is too many people in this first tier to sustain life.
Interesting. I feel like we left Great Crombopolis to try to get away from the classist systems that were there, giving people power over others, and now we're just here again. Lilith, are people happy here?
Sorry, I know that was a lot of pressure to throw on you.
No, that's a great question. Depends on who you ask. Why don't you go ask someone else?
Fair, I guess.
I mean, I will just point out. I mean, I'm not really sure exactly what it takes to be able to complete this task, but their leader did say if they are worthy, they can move up classes into different tiers. So, I say let's not judge a book by its cover.
Fair enough. I'm just stating what I notice.
So, have we already completed a short rest?
Yes, you guys are in this town. You finish your short rest, and There's Lilith can show you the way to the arena for Dragon Dash, and then I'll explain the rules then.
Let's go.
Following you?
So the referee comes out to meet you and says, "Welcome to Dragon Dash. It's a game, well, you live or die, and people bet on you, and it's great.
I'm really good at it.
She's never died."
Clearly.
Lilith, we are happy to have you here.
Yes.
Don't know if we've thanked you yet, but thank you.
You're welcome. I'm the best.
Well, 2 teams compete against each other. 2 teams of 6, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and the panda. 6. Wonderful. They compete against each other, and your team will win either by crossing the finish line, killing all 3 dragons that will be chasing you. Of course, they're dragon wormling robots. They're small. They're not actual size dragons. Or if the other team dies. And I'm not saying that you fight against each other, but playing dirty is allowed.
I vote we don't do that. I don't play that way, and if you're on my team, I'm watching you.
What if the other team was just unconscious?
I think that's fun.
Non-lethal, fine. Yeah,
Lethal.
good.
That's a big step for Tess.
Also,
Seriously.
can you hold my friend Tim?
Oh,
I'm gonna hand him my grasshopper.
I'll put him in the skybox seating for him to get the best view. I'll make sure there's no birds up there. There are 4 actions that you can take during the game, which you will decide amongst your person that you are tied up with each round. You can either dash, which will double your movement, and will give you advantage on your movement checks. Now, your movement checks, you'll use either athletics or acrobatics, and just roll a straight d20 with those modifiers. Depending on how well you roll, you'll move a certain amount of squares. You can take the attack action, which is a normal movement and normal attack. You can do a brutal strike action, which is, it will half your movement speed for the round, but it will give you advantage on your attacks, but also attacks will have advantage on you. Or you can do something called a dragon drop. That will reduce your speed to 0. Attacks will auto crit on your target as long as they hit, and you will deal 2d6 additional damage as on top of your crit damage. There are 15 squares from start to finish that the dragons will chase you from.
So with Brutal, you have the disadvantage that they also have advantage against you. But
Yes.
with Dragon Drop, do they have any advantage
They
against you?
don't have any advantage on you with Dragon Drop.
But you are staying still, presumably, for the dragons to attack
Right.
you next round.
Yes.
Right.
Each round comprises of your team of 2 people deciding the action, whoever you're tied up with. And then you roll your attacks, and then you decide how much movement you have with your athletics/acrobatics check. A natural 20 moves you 3 squares. Unless you dash, then you move 6. If you get 16 or above, like you could get a 20, but if it's not natural, then you move 2 squares. 5 to 15, you move 1 square. 1 to 4, you move 0 squares. And a natural 1, you are knocked prone, and you half your movement for the next round.
Okay.
So our options are to try to does one of our team members, well, I know we're in couples, but like one of the couples has to cross the finish line and then the team wins, right? That's one option.
Yep.
Or so we have to cross the finish line or we have to defeat all the dragons, or the other team has to lose
Has
and
to
then
die.
it's an automatic win for us.
Yep.
So what is the punishment of dashing? Is there
The punishment of dashing, you get advantage on checks, your double movement. The disadvantage is you don't get to attack. You'll roll with your partner, your athletics/acrobatics check, and it takes the lowest of the 2 of you because you're as fast. In a 3-legged race, you're as fast as your slowest member.
Okay.
Questions
Okay, yeah.
are allowed. I swear, I
I'm ready to
promise.
go.
Lilith, I think that we should be tied together because I don't think it would work very well for either of us to be tied to the tall members of our group.
I think I was going to say that exact same thing because our leg lengths are the most similar.
Yes, exactly. Is that all right with you too, Blink, Akir, to be?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I don't know how Tess is gonna do. Are you guys okay if he gets a little hurt?
Panda's just gonna carry him to the finish line.
Yeah.
It's gotta be pretty slow.
Is Panda a large creature as well?
I think so.
So how
So
much?
you're just gonna tie yourself to the leg of this large creature?
Hug.
Just be ready to go.
Or you can choose Tim.
Tim on the panda.
And
Wait.
you just sit out.
Wait. if he was tied to Tim, he would suffer like no speed impairment.
Let me look this
Tim is just tied to his finger. Like,
So how much time do we have before this game starts? Like, can we plan a little
whenever
bit?
you guys are
We're ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
The other team you notice is like gearing up to go, and Lilith, you actually recognize a few of the members as people that you used to run this game with, but have since found new members to play.
Hey guys,
Awkward, like
They like nod at you. Their faces turned red, like they didn't think you'd be back.
I feel awkward and sad, and it shows on my face.
So are we like, is it going to be like us, our 3 groups, and then their 3 groups right next to us? I took the best spell for this.
Oh yeah?
The one I chose was Sleet Storm.
Oh.
So,
So what's our plan? Are we? Is somebody dashing? Are we working on the dragons together? What are we going to do?
so if only one has to finish, I'm going to run for it with my bear.
Do you have good acrobatics?
Actually, yes. My acrobatics are okay. It's not proficient, but it's just generally okay with it.
I am not.
Oh, no.
I'm terrible. I will not be
Oh.
trying to race to the finish line.
During your short rest, you had time to attune
Oh
to
yes,
your
yes,
hat.
I did have a plan to
And
attune my hat.
as you attune to your hat, a broken broomstick falls out of your hat. And this is a broomstick of flying. It does not work currently
Okay.
because it is broken in half.
question. I have the bag of wands.
Yes.
Can I take a wand out of it
Of course you can.
and then spend 10 minutes? Yes, 10 minutes identifying it during the short rest. Oh, actually, I already took out a wand last time, and you told me I just didn't know what it was.
I remember what it was, but you
Okay.
if you'd like to do
So
a different one.
I'll identify that one then.
Okay, yeah. So you identify it. What does identify get you? Like, does it tell you the type of magic?
It identifies the magical item, essentially. It tells me what the item is and any effects it has.
Well, this is a wand of greater invisibility.
Okay, cool. I know what greater invisibility does. So,
Yes.
I'll say this is handy, and I'll just tuck it away.
Okay.
Be ready.
So Lakiran, Blink,
Me
Lilith.
and Litzy.
and Litzy, the L team. Nice. And then
That's not a good name.
The L team.
we'll work on the names later. And then Tess and
And our team name is me and Big Boy.
me and Big
There you
Boy.
go.
Okay,
I like it.
wonderful. All right, you guys are welcome to place your characters on the starting line.
As we do, I'll talk to Blink. Are we running or fighting?
Then I guess I would suggest we fight.
All right.
Funny thing, I don't have proficiency in athletics or acrobatics.
I don't either. I'm not even close. So
I have survival.
so you and I will not be trying to run to the finish line. We'll be attacking the dragons.
How did I win so many times?
Not by racing to the finish line.
Kill the dragons.
I guess so.
What's your athletics?
Athletics is -1. Acrobatics is
Oh.
+3.
Okay.
You're teaming up with the nerd of the group.
Yeah.
Who's like sitting there like, oh
Yeah.
no.
And then the panda has +0, so we're meh, but I think better than both your groups for
Well,
running.
and I know that Tess isn't usually as brutal with fighting.
Yes.
So-
Although, have the dragons come out yet? I would like to investigate their
as would I.
livelihood.
Sure, yeah. The dragons are behind the gates. Those are the 3 of you are going to
So
Very
there's 3
dangerous
for all
dragon.
6 of us
There's 3
for each team.
For each team.
Okay.
So there's
Oh, okay.
6 dragons. Those are the dragons that are chasing the other team. So as you inspect them, you see that they are mechanical in sort, and they have like a bunch of gears. They're golden. They're golden dragon wormlings is what they're supposed to look like.
So am I fairly certain that they're not like like our robot teacher, for example?
Yes, they're made in a different way.
Okay. So I'm fairly certain they're not sentient.
It's kind of like a mechanical bull.
Okay.
Like their purpose is to attack, and they've been trained to do that, but that's like their thing.
I'm gonna, while we're like waiting for everything to set up. Sorry. One last thing. I'm going to cast Detect Magic. Number one, do any of our competitors have any magical items of note that seem like they may be useful, or?
One of them has a giant belt of hill giant strength on. Okay. The other two teams, I guess, have nothing. Like, there's no... Okay. It seems that they are kind of anti-magic.
Okay. And then, do I get any magical auras from the dragons?
Other than their sentientness is magical.
Okay.
Sentient in the sense that they're powered by, not as in like thinking. But yeah, so other than that, there's not really much magic there. They have mechanisms more than magic.
Okay, sounds good.
I have a question
ready.
for Litzy.
Yes.
Do you like to fight things?
I certainly do.
We're going to get along very well.
It's going to be a great time. I can already feel it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. The referee, a different referee comes out. It's an announcer guy, and he says, I want a clean fight. Just make it good for the people in the stands. And just remember that if you die, you die. And I see you on the other side, I guess. And then he says, in this half of the ring, we have the arcane dropouts. And like the team like raises their big great axes. And then this half of the ring, we have the newcomers. And then he's like, well, let's get started.
No, Lilith does a somersault. And waits for cheering.
Roll me an athletics check.
Fine, I will. It's a 6.
So you tumble over. Litzy's face just like face plants into the ground, but you make it. Like, and it still looks it's wobbly, but like it's not terrible. The announcer goes back to like runs up the stairs and then fires a gun. And the race has begun. Let's roll initiative. Let's roll a group initiative. So each person in a group, just roll initiative.
15.
15 for Tess and Panda.
Big boy.
Big boy.
And we got a 7.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
All right, let's get started. So what would Lilith and Litzy, your team gets the jump on things as you were anticipating this gunshot, but nobody else was. So what would you like to do? Would you like to dash, attack, a brutal strike, or a dragon drop?
How close are we to the dragons at this point?
They
Yeah,
are
where are
right
they?
behind you. They're 5 feet behind you.
Behind us?
They're 5 feet behind us?
Yeah.
Each of us? Like,
Okay, Litzy, well, we can't run.
well, what do you think about trying dragon drop?
Immediately, yes.
Yeah, dragon
Yes.
drop right straight out the gate.
Okay, both of you roll your attacks.
So it looks like 12.
A 12 to hit. A 12 unfortunately misses.
But a 27.
27.
A 27 hits.
What in the world?
So you can roll your second attack since you are a fighter.
Yeah, I can, and I will. 8 plus 2 plus 6, 14.
A 14 unfortunately misses. I'm so sorry.
I think Litzy is bad luck for me.
That's funny because I actually am lucky.
Yeah.
I actually have a lucky feat.
well,
You're draining all the
okay.
luck.
All right, so I'm going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
on the nearest dragon. 27.
27. Plus 2d6.
Oh my gosh.
I roll my eyes.
I cast one firebolt and it's like massive
Look
explosion.
what I can do.
6.
Oh, man.
Wait, what is that? Matt,
12.
where was I at?
12
I know,
plus
12
27, right?
39.
39.
39. That is the most
39.
damage I have ever done in one attack.
This thing is super bloodied. Like, you hit it, more than half of its hit points just gone out the window. Its gears like halt for a second with the fire.
Yeah, that's amazing that you made a mechanical dragon bloodied. Like,
It starts to bleed. Oil, of course.
It's just like my car.
And with that, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? I guess you don't have any movement.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay, great job. That
And
was
I'm
crazy.
giddy. Can I just
Yeah,
add?
that was awesome.
are high fives allowed in this world?
Yes.
I swallow my pride and give her a high five.
yeah, except
And I
Awesome.
clap.
Yes. Speaking of, Tess, you and your panda are up.
Well, we choose to attack,
What type? Just regular attack?
Oh no.
which you can cast spells for, right?
Of course. Uh huh.
I'm going to cast Sleet Storm, like right here. 15.
Right in the audience.
Right there. They're just getting hit by sleet, but it
Splash zone.
It makes their whole side covered in sleet, which I will just read it so you know what it is. So the ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time, it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a fail save, it falls prone.
Oh.
Even if it doesn't fall prone, it is difficult terrain, so their movement
Half
speed is
movement.
halved.
Nice.
And so it's a 40-foot radius, so if I put it...
40-foot radius means it goes out 40 feet, so it's 8 squares each direction.
And
Yeah.
then do I still get to run?
You get normal movement since you did a regular attack. So roll me an athletics or acrobatics check.
21.
You can move 2 squares forward. Okay.
And
so you're that
I'm-
much closer to the finish line. Your panda kind of carries you a little bit. And with that, it is Blink's turn. Or I'm sorry, it's the other team's turn. 2 of them are going to hit their dragons, and the other team is going to do a mad dash. Oh, they're going to target one dragon. Okay, so one team deals 21 points of damage as they hit down their warhammers on this dragon, and then another team targets the exact same dragon, and they deal 30 points of damage to the dragon, and it looks very hurt but not dead. So with that, that is the end of their turn, or I guess the other guy moves forward. Let's see how many. He's going to move forward. No, yeah, he'll move forward 2 squares, and he right then enters into your Sleet Storm test, which he needs a dex save for. Does a 10 pass your dex save, or your save test?
13 is the save, and
He fails and is knocked prone. Everyone gain an inspiration point.
Oh, awesome.
Yay!
Yeah. And with that, it is Lakir and Blink's turn.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I
I have a question, actually.
Okay, yeah.
first. If I was to crit with a magic missile, for the purposes of drag and drop, does each magic missile gain the 2d6?
Just one.
Just one.
It's
Okay.
like one bonus on top of whatever attack it is.
Okay. I will... yeah, what do you want to do?
So, we can just kill these dragons to win, right?
Yeah.
And are we all killing the same 3, or do we each team like
It's the
me
same
and
3.
him? Okay. So we pretty much have one dragon on our tail, and then the other 2 teams. But we all need to destroy our dragons to win, right? Or is it just me and you need to?
No,
all three
of
dragons
us need
need to be
for
destroyed.
only one team has to cross the finish line, but all 3 dragons have to be destroyed.
Okay.
Otherwise. Yeah, let's move first. So we both make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, natural 19
Nice.
plus 3, so 22.
22.
Oh my gosh, I got 19 plus 5, 24.
There we go.
Wow.
Okay. You guys are able to... Wait, what type of attack were you deciding on?
Sorry, this is our athletics or
For movement, right?
for movement. Yeah,
Right, but what attack were you
We're
doing?
just doing a regular attack.
Okay, then you get to move forward 2 squares.
Okay.
And you can make your attacks.
For my attack, I am not going to target one of our dragons, but one of the dragons behind these 2, preferably the one that is not injured. And I am going to use my wand of greater invisibility and make their dragon invisible for the next hour.
All right. Yes. So
That's
you
awesome.
you cast your greater invisibility.
I have never seen anything like this, so I am visibly impressed.
And then for my bonus action, I will summon 2 of my darts.
Perfect. And Blink, what are you going to attack?
Okay, so I am going to attack the 2 uninjured dragons with Chromatic Orb, but I'm going to twin spell it at 3rd level.
Nice.
dang.
All right. Go ahead. Is it a save or is that a attack?
It is just an attack, yeah.
Maybe that wasn't necessary, but I don't care. This will be fun. I just wanted to make sure they couldn't kill their dragon before we could, so...
I
Okay.
like petty.
Then you will love Lakir.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. Okay, the first hit is 22.
22 hits.
Okay, and then I'm just going to do my second hit before I roll damage.
And are you attacking the dragon directly behind you, or are you attacking the one that Litzy hit, or a different one?
We'll just go left to right with so the one on the end I'll attack first. 23 to hit.
A 23 hits.
Awesome. So I'm going to do 3d8 damage to each of them. First one is going to take,
So 19 points of damage. That's crazy.
and I get to choose the type of damage.
Okay.
I am going to choose thunder damage.
Thunder.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next one, only 9.
Only 9.
Dang, those are
is-
some low rolls on that one.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, but 19 damage and 9 damage, so 28 in total, but 19 to one and 9 to the other. That's
Mhm.
insane. So the thunder damage, the orb just, and the gears again let out this little whine as they're trying to continue to run. All right, so now it's the dragon's turn. The 2 that are behind Tess and Lakir and Blink are going to fly forward 2 squares, and they will do. They will both use their breath weapons. The dragon exhales gas in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw, or they have disadvantage on strength-based attack rolls and strength checks for the next minute.
So I got 10 on one, so I failed, and then I got 15 on the other, so I succeed.
Nice. I got a nat 20 on the first one
Perfect.
and a 10 on the second one.
Okay, so both of you will have disadvantage on strength and strength saving throws and strength checks or attack rolls. And Tess, what did you get?
I failed the first one and got a 13 on the second.
A 13 beats it, but you still will have disadvantage on your attack rolls. And the guy who ran forward with you guys also failed, so he is now prone with disadvantage on strength-based attacks. And with that, it is now. And then the other dragon is going to attack Lillith and Litzy with its bite attack. Does a 9 hit both of your armor classes? I'm sorry, 19, did I say?
Oh, you said 9.
You did say 9.
where's my
it's a
armor
19.
class?
It's a 13. They have a
19.
plus 6 to hit.
19 hits.
But so both of you will take 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
And that is their turn. The dragons attacked the other team as well. And with that, it is going to be Tess and, Lilith and Litzy.
All right. What would you like to do this time around?
What we did the first time went really well. I
Yeah.
don't know if we want to go that hard on a dragon that's almost dead, though.
True. Yeah, maybe we do drag and drop, and then I will hit the guy from last time, and you can hit the other guy.
I think you have the capability of doing more damage than I do, so I vote you take Pink Fluff,
'Kay.
and I'll take Yellow Cat Dragon.
Yes, love
Wonderful.
the nicknames.
Our minis. Both of you make me a wisdom or constitution saving throw. You succeed.
Yay! 18.
17.
17 also succeeds, so you are now
Awesome.
free to attack these dragons.
Awesome. Okay, you first, Lilith.
Oh,
Oh my goodness,
no.
it's 3 6s in a row? That's
Oh, no.
Okay, well.
You have a second attack. If it rolls
this
another
goes.
6, I feel like we have to get you a different
18.
dice. Okay. Yeah. That's going to hit even without your bonuses.
18.
So
Yay.
go ahead and roll damage for that.
Okay, so 16 plus 6. Do I roll it again?
Uh-huh.
Plus 2.
24 points.
24.
Wow.
Okay. Lilith, go ahead and describe for me how you would like to kill this dragon.
All right, I take my pike and I chuck it into the dragon's eyeball.
Awesome. So it goes straight through the dragon's head and it jams into one of the gears and you hear this like shoo, 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 and then a big billow of smoke like comes up from the dragon and it lays motionless and you can take your pike back and it's dead.
Okay, I lift up my hand expectantly waiting for a high five.
I was gonna say I turned to give her a high five.
As you're like casting firebolt, you're just like,
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. All right, and
Exactly.
let's see, roll to hit.
Yes, so I will be casting Firebolt again. 17 to hit.
A 17 just hits.
Oh, nice.
32.
32.
Okay. And what were you attacking
man.
with again?
Firebolt.
Wow. Okay, this dragon, its gears slow significantly, and it is not looking good, but it is still standing. And you deal a crazy amount of damage as it's scorched, like it's blackened by it no longer looks like a dragon worm, or a golden dragon wormling. Tess and your panda.
Alrighty, well, I will take the attack action,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Create or Destroy Water right there. And I will create 10 gallons of water on that area of the map.
Would that take away your concentration? Is it concentration?
No,
Okay.
that is just an instantaneous spell.
I was just wondering.
And then for my movement,
So you cast, or you can create water at pretty.
yeah, so I'm basically just making a pool of water in that general area.
Are you a
Okay.
wizard? What are you?
I'm a druid.
Druid. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So I'm like a half caster.
yeah.
Druid's my favorite. So you create a pool of water about 30 square, or about 15 squares away from the other team, and it seems to be even more difficult of a terrain than just the sleet storm currently. And yeah, is there anything else? And then you'd like to move?
Yeah, and the movement was 11.
11. Okay, you are allowed to move 1 square forward. Okay, awesome. And with that, it is now the other team. They're going to try a dragon drop, and seeing that the one dragon is invisible, they're going to attack a different dragon, and they both miss their attacks. And then their other teammates, one is going to hit, and it will deal minimal damage.
It's off to a good start.
Yeah, I like this battle so far.
Honestly, for how much we've struggled in every other encounter we've had, we're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they deal 6 points of damage, which is really small for them. And the other guy, their third teammate who took a dash action, is again going to take a dash action.
He has
He
to
will
stand
be
up,
half.
so he's half
Yes,
movement
he is
from that.
halved movement. He got a natural 20, so he gets to move
Ooh.
6 squares. Half of 6 is 3. Half of 3 is 1, so he gets to move 1 space forward.
And I believe since it's the start of a new turn, he has to roll a dex save again.
Yeah, to make sure he's not knocked
Wonderful.
prone.
guy.
He got a 5.
He is not
So he doesn't move?
No, he moves
moves
forward
forward and
1
gets
and then
knocked
gets
prone.
knocked prone. He gets
Slips on the ice.
right in the face with a big old sleet ball that hits him in the head, and he gets knocked backwards again.
I'm like immediately apologizing. I'm like, oh, it wasn't supposed to hit you on the head.
Max movement. You reduced him to 1 square
Yeah.
instead of 6. That's fantastic. Okay.
Poor guy.
And with that, it's the Kieran Blink's turn.
Target the one on the left. I'll get the one on the right. I'm gonna take the one that's behind
Okay.
him. And I'm going to try something. I still have Detect Magic up. So where the dragon's power systems is, I'm going to try to target it and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. Does it need to make a roll, or do you need to make a roll?
It depends. If the spell powering it is 3rd level or lower, it instantly succeeds. If not, I have to roll.
Okay, you have to roll.
Okay. Oof. I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
Wonderful.
Good choice.
Same thing. A 10.
A 10? A 10, unfortunately, it flickers for a moment, but it stays burning pretty much, and it continues to whir. And Blink, what would you like to
You
do?
were pretty much like unsuccessful, and so they're both still there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to twin spell chromatic orb, but at a 2nd level spell.
Nice. Okay, roll to hit.
17.
A 17 meets beats.
Woo! 14.
14, unfortunately,
Dang.
misses.
Okay, well, it was worth a shot. So I guess I would have been, just targeting, like, first one would have been left, second one would have been on the
Right.
right. So I guess I'll be attacking the little,
The left one.
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and describe how you killed this
Yeah,
thing
it's
for
like
me.
one
There's,
hit
there's
point
no
left.
way
Yeah.
it's not gonna die.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'll attack it this time with lightning damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just like be targeting like all the joints, or like whatever most exposed joint I can find, and just hitting it with this ball of electricity.
All right, so you hit it right in its shoulders, and both of the arm pieces of the dragon fall off, and it like face plants into the ground, and it stops its whirring, and it is dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm
And then
going.
Wild magic?
Sorry.
Oh yes, wild magic.
I was just gonna say that we
Roll
forgot.
me
We forgot
2
to do
wild
that.
magic
Yeah.
rolls,
All
sir.
right.
Sometimes it's a little delayed, you know?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's wild.
You never know.
It's on purpose.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
It's, yeah.
Okay, so for my first one, and I'm within 30 feet of my brother Mark, 10.
10.
And then for my other roll, 21.
21. Okay, and then roll me another one.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the next one is 13 and 30.
Okay, so the first one, you and each creature within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to all damage until the beginning of your next turn.
So everyone on the field right now.
Everyone is now hurting to damage.
At least it's the end of our turn, but
And
I
then,
guess maybe the dragons look
Yeah, the dragon.
and then a 30, 3d6. Go ahead and roll me 3d6.
Okay.
Oh,
So
no.
what was it?
This actually scares me. The
I
3d6 does more than anything else. I feel like it's gonna summon something.
13.
13. 13 50 gold piece gems appear in your pocket.
That's 650 gold that you just dropped from the sky.
Been our highest source of income the entire weekend.
So many of his spells have just generated gold out of thin air, and it's like I'll see those, and any movement you attempt to take for the next turn is not going to work because Lakir is going to be rushing for those gems.
Awesome. All right. And with that, it is going to be the dragon's turn. There's one dragon left. It's going to take its attack against...
I'm going to, seeing that my dispel magic failed, I am going to step as much as I can. I want to position myself between the dragon and Blink.
Oh, and do we need to make our movement since we just did a regular attack?
Oh, yeah, you did a
yeah.
regular attack. So,
Yeah.
roll me an athletics or
Okay.
acrobatics check.
Awesome.
17.
That's funny because I also rolled a 17, but plus 5, so 22, I think.
However,
Yeah.
do
You get
keep
to move
in mind
forward
the
2
money that is
squares.
next to you.
Oh, yeah, no. Honestly, instead of moving forward, can we move forward like 1 square and Lakir picks up a gem or something like that?
So
Wonderful.
basically, you have like Blink ahead and Lakir being like dragged.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm the weaker one that's just like being pulled as I'm trying to grab the gems as I'm going along.
Wonderful. Okay. And then the dragon is going to attack Tess and the panda, I guess. And,
Rude.
it's going to fly forward 1 square. It will use its breath weapon again, but it will use a different breath weapon this time. Make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. Because you're panda.
Fair.
I'm going to use Restore Balance to get rid of disadvantage.
Okay. So without disadvantage, you take your...
Hey, that's gonna be 11.
Okay, unfortunately, 11 does
Dang
not
it.
pass. You,
That's 12 on my concentration.
you're gonna take 26 points of fire damage. Oh, and then also
How much?
Oh, 26, so 52 points of fire damage
You're vulnerable.
because you're vulnerable. And you guys also need to, Lakir and Blink also needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Are you gonna die?
He's knocked
down.
out. He's
Oh, you're down?
We're level
down.
5. There's
Oh,
no way
no.
we're surviving 50
So does
points of damage.
that vulnerability
It'll cancel
my
out your
resistance to fire?
resistance,
Ah,
so-
man, okay.
Instead of resistance, you'll...
Nice.
22.
a 22
What
succeeds.
were we rolling? What was the save we were rolling?
Dexterity.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, we got the same number.
I got an unnatural 20.
Perfect.
Nice.
12 plus 13, 25. Doubled.
Halved and then doubled because we succeeded.
Right, halved and then doubled. So,
25.
25. You guys both
And then-
take 25 points
You
of...
succeeded, but you also have resistance. So
So
he
you
takes
take
actual
12.
half, and I take full.
Yeah, so you'll take 12 points of fire
Okay.
damage, Blink, and then Lakir, you will take 25 points of fire damage.
Okay, my ward absorbs 6 of that, so I only
Perfect.
take 19.
And then that is the the blonde, the one guy who was dashing and got knocked prone twice, disintegrates in a fiery ash. He's dead.
Oh my gosh! What did I tell you guys?
Oh no, it's one of
the referee said, if you die, you die.
that's like one of Lilith's friends. Oh no.
But he's gone. You guys need
A
to...
single tear falls down my
The dragon
face.
did it. It wasn't us. We didn't murder him on purpose.
No one left behind.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Lilith and Litzy, it's now your turn.
Okay, so I am concerned about casting Cure Wounds on Tess. 'Cause I can do that, right?
You can.
If we get to
Lilith
them.
You have
is
to get to
distraught.
him, though.
But we have to get to them, which they're actually... Oh, let's see, how far away is he? Would
3
we...
spaces.
And what would it take to make those 3 spaces?
Wait, is it Cure Wounds?
Yeah. Does that
Oh.
not work?
Cure Wounds is touch.
You'd
Oh, wait.
you'd have to roll a natural 20 or do a dash action, but then you couldn't. So since you're tied together, you can move 3 spaces on a natural 20 and then do a normal attack if you wanted.
Let's maybe just... I guess I'll tell this to Lilith.
Lilith. That's almost as bad as Grumbopolis.
I think that we can defeat this dragon, and then we can worry about, making sure everybody's safe.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to dash to them now?
I'm just worried we might not make it, and then we make ourselves vulnerable to the next strike.
Okay, then we attack.
Okay. So,
What type of attack are you going to
Describe to
Save
me
the
the
panda.
condition the last dragon is in again.
Is the panda down?
So the last dragon has taken 9 points of damage. So it's still pretty new. Like it's of the 3, the other 2 are dead.
But
so
it also has vulnerability. on
It
your
also
next
has
attack, which is a
vulnerability.
crit
Oh,
if you
yeah.
do Dragon drop. So
Okay.
so it would take double damage from whatever you guys do.
so Dragon Drop is going to be their smartest. All right. Time in a row. 3rd time's a charm, I suppose.
Another
Alright,
dragon
fighting
drop.
girls.
I like
Right.
it.
Yeah,
we're
you guys
like
have
kicking butt, taking
destroyed.
names
Yeah.
over here.
Well, roll your attacks.
Yeah. I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Mhm. Nice.
19 plus whatever.
That
and
hits.
You're a champion, right? So does that
19
crit?
crit.
Oh, I am.
You double crit. Go ahead and triple your damage.
Okay. It's a 6.
You
could
you
triple
doubled it
it.
last time, so
You could
Triple
triple
it
it
this
to
time.
18, or you could roll 2 more times. So was it 19 plus...
23.
23
So
plus
23,
times
29.
3. Unless you, I don't
No.
know. I don't know if you multiply the 2d6.
You don't multiply the 2d6.
Okay, so it'll be 23 times 3, which is 69, plus
Nice.
6, which is 75 points of damage.
Go ahead and describe how you killed this dragon for me.
I chuck my pike at its head again.
All right. Again, you hit it square in one of the gears. It stops whirring. It catches into this ball of flame, and the announcer gets on the speaker, and he says, "Well, there you have it. the newcomers, they win. They beat our reigning champions. And the two arcane dropout people are crying over the loss of their friends in a sleet storm. And
I forget about that and try to do a somersault and throw my hands up in the air.
all right, roll me an acrobatics check.
I got a nat 1 plus... plus 2.
So you faceplant directly, like you kill this dragon, and then you try to do a somersault and just like right on the floor.
I should have just gone with a high five.
I know. I'm going to turn to you and be like, you have to give me notice if you're going to do a somersault, Lilith.
I'm sorry.
I'll
It usually
walk over
works.
while this is happening over to Tessa's body and feed him one of my normal health potions.
Okay.
So you heal 6 points of health.
So Tess, you regain consciousness. Your panda licks you right in the face.
Panda is unconscious.
Panda is unconscious.
How much was it? It was 6?
6 points of health.
Panda boy is a sad down boy. I immediately cast Cure Wounds on my panda.
All right, awesome. So you heal up your panda, you heal up, and with that, I believe that's where we're going to end our session. My name is Cade, and I'm the host and DM of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I'm joined here by our wonderful guest.
Halsey Bella playing Lillith Flamepike.
Mason playing Lakir.
Brooklyn playing Litzy.
Danny playing Tess.
Caden playing Blink.
And Bella, tell us where people can follow you and find your page, or whatever you'd like to plug.
I'm on TikTok mostly, and I'm also on Instagram, and I think I have a Facebook page. Awesome. That's about it.
Okay, and it's Halsey Bella, HalcyBella, correct?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So go ahead and follow her. She's great.
Or go watch more Noctprone. That's
Or
pretty
go
cool
watch-
too.
Thank you.
Both
All right.
same time.
You right.
All right, we hope you have a great rest of your day.